first thing you do is power these up, and it's the last thing you do before you leave. You don't want to throw 125 amp breakers when you've got electronics turned on. There's the potential for a power, a voltage spike, and that could hurt things. Okay, so then you turn on the power strip, and then once that comes up like that, then you can hit the button here. Everything else you do will be with this little black mouse down here, and it's set for a right-handed person, so the left button is the one you'll typically use. You get this, the firmware update is available. I'm not going to do that until after your show is closed because I don't want to take a chance on anything getting mucked up. And then go ahead and launch. You don't want to shut down. It will launch in primary mode because that's the default, and that's what you want. And there you are, ready to go. What you probably want to do at this point is hit the little triangle again. Now it's a down arrow, so now you can see all of your cues.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Okay, and then having done that, if you hit the go button, it will execute the test cue, and you can see the lights coming up on the stage. And then once you've gone down there and made sure everything is working, then you hit the go button again. It'll put you in pre-show light, you bring up your house lights, and you're ready for your audience. 0.1 is a blackout. That's designed so that you can go back to that cue when you're done with the show, and then it will be ready for the next show. And the lights will be out so you can shut down. The next cue is 0.3. That is a test cue that will bring up all the lights at 30% so that you can make sure everything is working.
Right.
After that, 0.7 is pre-show. That is this blue backlight that we have on stage, and that coupled with the house lights is what will be up when the audience enters. From that point, when somebody goes up on stage for the curtain speech, you go into cue 0.9.
And we get there
I'm sorry,
by
0.8
and we get there by pressing go.
by pressing this go button right here.
Great.
Okay, and going into cue 0.8 takes everything out. You go into a blackout, and then the actors can enter in the dark. And then you go to cue 1. The blackout is 0.9. You go to cue 1, and that's scene light, and that will be the light that's up throughout the show. Cue 2 is a blackout at the end of the show. Cue 3 is the curtain call light, and you go into that however the curtain call is staged, however you want to do that. When you're done with the curtain call, it's a crossfade into post-show light so the stage doesn't go completely dark as the actors are exiting. And that leaves a nice light on the stage. You bring up the house lights at that point, and the audience exits the theater.
And you bring up the house lights by doing what?
The house lights are controlled over here on this switch panel here, okay? They're labeled right here, house lights, side. These are the sconces on the sides.
Got it. Got it.
These are the main house lights that are over the seats, and this is a dimmer, so you bring it up and down. If you want to go to half, you can do that and then take it the rest of the way out, and you'll hear it click when it's all the way out. This is a light for the hallway, so if you have any crosses, you're going to want that on. This has to be on because that's the hallway and the restroom area.
Right.
Now, what you do when you're here is hit this exit button. Double click it. Click OK. Click shut down. Sure you want to shut down? Yes. It'll power off the console. Now when all of this is out and this little blue round light is out over here, then you can go ahead and shut down the power strip.
Okay.
And so the screen will go dark and this light will go out. The rest of power off is turning these two breakers off. These control these two dimmer panels. Okay? You always leave this one on because that controls everything else in the room. Okay?
Lights up, lights down, easy.
Okay?